welcome to That Florida Feeling. How's everybody doing this week? Has it been a good week for you guys? I hope it has. Florida is officially in summer season, whether it wants to be or not. It has been 90 every day. But sunrises have been pretty. If you guys saw my video today, you saw the sunrise, or sort of the sunrise. Stupid clouds got in the way, but you saw the dolphin. I thought that was so cool. They usually don't come out that early, so I was surprised. Thanks to everybody who has liked, followed, subscribed. I appreciate all of you guys greatly. You're the reason I keep doing this. It still amazes me that someone wants to hear me ramble on about Florida. Thank you also to everybody who does the questions, polls, even if I never remember what day of the week it is. I appreciate all you guys greatly. So today, I'm going to talk about something that Floridians know a lot about. And it's hurricanes and hurricane prep, because hurricane season is upon us. Well, or at least it will be in about 5 days. And I'm going to have a special guest with me today. Say hello. Can you say hello? Okay, my special guest is being very quiet right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so hurricane prep. Well, okay, let's start with hurricanes. Hurricanes last from... Hang on, you still didn't say hi. Say hi.
Hello.
All right, there's my guest. So, hurricanes last from June 1st to December. Yeah, December 1st. So, it's a solid 6 months. And sometimes you actually get hurricanes before that or after that. I remember one year we were in Florida and there was one in January.
Last year there was one even in May, though.
Yeah, there was. It was really early. And so I guess you kind of always have to be prepared for hurricanes. If you guys can hear that, my cat is in love with a paper bag. I'm sorry. But you always kind of have to be prepared, or you always at least need to be prepared somewhat. But from June to December, because it really can happen at any time. And yes, you do get a warning. It's not like a tornado. It's going to be here in 5 minutes. You do get a little bit of a warning, but the fun and or worst part of a hurricane is that you have no idea where it's going until it goes. I remember Irma started out going towards Miami, was going to go up the Gulf Coast, then it was going to go straight up the bottom of Florida, then it was going to go out in the Gulf, then it was going to hit Texas, and then it came back and hit Naples.
It just
went straight up the state and ended out in Jacksonville. So you kind of always have to be prepared, especially since Florida is not a huge state. It's literally maybe less than 150 miles wide at some parts. So if it hits the other shore, you're still probably going to get some rain and some wind. In fact, I can tell you're going to get some rain and some wind. I remember when a storm hit towards Daytona one year. Not even a storm, like a tropical depression. And we were living in Tampa, and we still got the bad weather and the winds and the bad surf. So,
and even if it goes across the state, you're not out of the woods like Jacksonville.
Yeah, we were living in Jacksonville last year, St. Augustine, and the storm hit.
The one where it went across from Tampa up and it kicked over trailers and stuff at Publix.
Oh, that was 2015. Yeah, no, that one came up through right above Tampa, came across the state and in Jacksonville, and then ended up doing tornadoes through Jacksonville. Actually, that happened last year still. Remember, because of the tornadoes in Jacksonville? Like right down where we used to live? Yeah. So, our point is that just because it hits on the other side of the state doesn't mean it's still not coming for you. And you have to be prepared because, okay, yes, a Category 1 is not that bad. It's like winds you'd have in a really bad thunderstorm. But those winds in a really bad thunderstorm can still take out power lines. Mm-hmm. So you still need to know where a flashlight is or a can of tuna, just in case. And then, of course, it elevates. Category 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thankfully, it's been a while since a Category 5 hit Florida. But that's the worst. That's when you really do just need to get the hell out. Like,
Irma was a 4, wasn't it?
Irma was a 4. Yeah, Irma was a 4. It hit at Naples. It went all the way up the center of the state, right over our house we had just bought.
Yep.
And really ended up screwing up most of the entire Like,
it went straight up towards
like Tennessee,
Kansas too.
Oh yeah, it turned.
Yep.
So just always be prepared. I know people are like, oh, it's just a hurricane, I'll be fine, and you're right, you will be fine. But if these things come, they can come quickly when they decide to figure out their direction, and they can intensify out of nowhere. I remember when Michael hit, I had friends in the Panhandle. They were vacationing in Panama City, and it was like a 2 or a 3, and I was like, you guys need to get out of there. And they're like, no, we'll be fine. I'm like, no, you guys need to get out of there. You're not prepared. You're in a hotel room. You're not prepared. Like, yes, you have a couple bottles of water. Yes, you have some tuna. Yes, you have some Nutri-Grain bars, but you are not prepared.
That's past couple years, wasn't it?
It was 18. Yeah, Michael hit in 18. And lo and behold, Michael got into the Gulf, and it intensified, and it wiped out all of Mexico Beach.
But I'm on vacation.
Y'all, I love that you guys vacation in Florida. I really do. But people live here. So I'm sorry if I don't give y'all pity that you vacation here. We live here. You get to leave. You get to go to your house. Everything is still fine when the rest of us are dealing with undrinkable water, god-awful heat, because right after a hurricane, it's always the prettiest weather. And stuff like that. So just remember, if you're on vacation and a storm comes, you need to leave. That's a great vacation story, but that's not one you may want to go through, and you've got to be prepared for that. So not only does hurricane prep mean having the supplies you need while you need them, it may mean getting out. There's no shame in evacuating. It's not fun to go weeks on time without power and water. We know this. It's not fun to have to go to racetrack at 5 a.m. when the ice truck gets there just to have a little bit of ice for the day. Mm-hmm. It's not fun to wait in 3-hour gas lines just to get gas for your car so that you can power up your phone. And I don't mean to tell you all this to scare you. If you're in Florida, you're probably agreeing with me right now. But these are serious things. So, what really is hurricane prep? So, hurricane prep really kind of depends on who you are. They do have an actual tax-free week coming up. I think it's May 28th through June 11th, so it's literally tomorrow. And it gives you tax-free stuff on batteries, tarps, generators, flashlights, anything that you might need during a hurricane. And that really kind of leads into what you need for a hurricane. First of all, you need to have flashlights. It gets very, very dark when there's no electricity. Yep. So flashlights, candles are kind of hit and miss. If you have pets, candles may not be your best bet, but always have some, I guess, on backup like we do. Mm-hmm. We always have some tea lights or some little cheap Dollar Tree candles just on backup in case. And with flashlights, you need batteries. You need all kinds of batteries. You'd be surprised how many times you don't realize you need a C or a D battery. And then, of course, AA, those are the most common, and AAA just in case. Mm-hmm. And you also need things like tarps. Like, say your roof goes off, or you're in an apartment and the windows blow out. Well, you need some way to contain that. So it may sound really weird to live in an apartment and have a tarp, but you honestly never know what could happen. Kind of like in tornadoes, things become missiles. Rocks, pebbles, tree limbs, random garden gnomes, who knows? These are the things that, you've got to kind of prepare for the unexpected. And of course, when you're doing hurricane prep, you need food. What do you kind of think for food? What do you always suggest?
Peanuts, nuts, tuna,
canned chicken.
Cook.
Yeah.
Just whatever you don't have to cook.
That's true. Nutri-Grain bars were always our favorite.
Nutri-Grain bars, beef jerky.
Yes, beef jerky. And that's, and the other thing is you've also got to remember if you have a pet, they need supplies. Mm-hmm. So they need food. And both of you need water. Bottled water is totally a thing. There's a reason that we have 5 cases of water right now for 2 people and animals at the beginning of June, because we don't know what's going to happen. And so you've got to think of all those weird random things, and this includes hurricane prep, especially if you cat. Don't forget cat litter. That is a bad day, my friend. Do not forget cat litter. Another random thing for hurricane prep is lighters. Why do you need lighters? Because you have candles. Also, in case you have a charcoal grill, you need a way to start the fire.
Save your
dryer lint.
Laundry lint, yep.
Yeah, your dryer lint's actually super flammable. And it's also not a joke. A crayon will burn for 30 minutes in an emergency. That is a true statement. Also, with that, you need to have first aid. Say something goes wrong and you got a really bad cut, but you can't go and get stitches right then. You need to have the supplies on hand to stop the bleeding. You know, and you can find a first aid kit put together at Publix or Walmart or Winn-Dixie or wherever even Amazon. And sometimes you can actually find them on sale. Mm-hmm. And so that's always something that, don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget your medicine if you have a prescription.
Don't forget to mind your allergies too, though, with your first aid kit.
Yeah, if you're latex allergic or tape allergic, you've got to be very careful. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself in that. That's a very good point, Matthew. Mm-hmm. And don't forget your pills. Tylenol, aspirin, prescriptions, whatever you need. Make sure that you're got these...
Methamphetamines.
Well, Florida man is a thing in Florida, and that could totally be a thing. But hey, I guess after the hurricane, you got to make money somehow. Well, medical marijuana now. But yeah, don't forget the things that get you through the day. And we joke that, it's a hurricane party, I'll have alcohol. Y'all better believe we have some alcohol in our hurricane prep. That's not even a joke. Plus, vodka burns. Vodka starts fires.
But,
vodka can light charcoal.
And as funny as it is, you also have to be mindful, like, I can't live off vodka and...
beef jerky?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But, and have a charcoal grill. Even if your charcoal grill, like, say your freezer goes down and you've got meat, you gotta have some way to cook it if you don't want it to go bad.
It only lasts so long.
Yeah. So that, there's a lot of things you don't really take into consideration. Mm-hmm. Randomly fill up your bathtub with water before the storm hits, in case you need to flush your toilet.
Yep.
That's a thing.
Power goes out, your
water heater's gone.
Yeah, your toilet's on the same path.
Or if it floods, your toilet's not going to flush. We learned that from living in Tennessee when Nashville flooded. It doesn't work.
Nope.
So, food, water, medicines, supplies for your pets, but also have a way out. What? Good.
Have some books.
Yeah, book. Like,
you gotta have some books, but
have something to have board games.
Make sure you know your evacuation route, because with us, we're going out and coming back. If we followed everybody else, it's like, it'll just be a little bit. No.
We left at.
We were 16 hours to do a 10-hour car ride.
Was it? I thought it was longer than that.
16 to 17 hours.
We were one of the last idiots leaving, and bumper to bumper, all the way to Atlanta.
And then it broke off there because everybody was staying in Atlanta,
or everybody was going the
somewhere else. Yeah,
the side bypass, and I'm hitting 90 going through the middle of Atlanta because nobody's out. But have your evacuation route. Yeah, they do open the sides for people when they're leaving, and that's genius. But also, have a plan for gas.
Yep.
We ran into that, too.
We saw people's cars on fire.
We did, yeah.
On the side.
And also be mindful of others. You're all in this together. Being a dick does not get you much further.
And what you're going to say, if you can get gas, get gas.
Yeah.
We got off on an exit, and it was like, we got lucky. We pulled right up, but there was people just...
We brought them all with us.
It was like a Flying J or something.
Yeah.
It was like there was a fast food restaurant, gas station, and something else, and everybody was just...
packed.
Yeah. Off the interstate. There was, even before that, there were...
We almost got hit trying to get gas.
There were people parked on the median, not the median, but the
exit ramp.
For the,
waiting to get gas.
Yeah. And it wasn't even right, and the gas station wasn't even right off the exit.
No, there was lines.
It's get your gas.
And with that, if they tell you to evacuate,
go.
Don't wait till that last minute.
Go.
You are not a hero.
Yeah.
You are not at all. You can find another job. You can find another house.
We beat ours by 12 hours.
Yeah, Irma hit.
Irma
hit 12 hours after we got there.
And we left.
The eye went right over our house.
Yep.
That was not a fun day. Not a fun experience. And, these are things that, yeah, like Publix, I know Publix will hold your job. If you choose to evacuate, they hold your job. And that's really cool. But for those of you whose employers say that you have to stay, man, jobs are a dime a dozen now. You'll find something and you'll find something better. Don't die over a job. Don't die over protecting your house. It's just stuff. You can replace it. It's not worth it. Yeah, because there were some creepy nights with no electricity and people walking around. That's definitely a thing,
Sleeping in the dining room
with the windows open with one eye open in case somebody walks up to that window.
Not even on a air mattress.
No, just in the floor.
Sleeping in there. Yep.
Yeah. So these are things. Oh yeah, have an air mattress.
Yep.
Randomly have an air mattress if you need one. But these are things you got to look out for. We have a random pump inflator for our cars in case something goes wrong. I hate to say it, but yeah, we live in an apartment. No, it's not the biggest, but we've bought some stuff that's actually come in handy, especially for hurricane prep. That it's kind of one of those, well, I guess we need it, and then we need it.
And if no one's coming, just keep your car full of gas. Not even for evacuations. Because when we came back from Irma, power was out. We had no way of charging our phone, so you go just sit in the car in the air conditioner for an hour, charge your phones.
Side note.
So have gas in your car to do that.
If you have a electric garage, there's a switch that you can pull to open it manually. We found that out the hard way.
Yep.
Thought our car was stuck for a good hour.
Yep.
But yeah, these are things you got to watch out for. That you got to be, and if you do decide to evacuate, pull all your furniture in. Don't be that idiot with some lawn chair flying into your neighbor's house because you were in a hurry. Do due diligence. And when you come back from a hurricane, chances are you're still not going to have power. You're still going to need that water. You're still going to need that food. You're still going to need everything. Because it took us a week. Side note, I hate Tico. Tico can rot. But it took us a week just to get power back because they couldn't get to us.
And we were out of town for a couple of days before that.
Yeah, I mean, I think all told our power was out 9 days from the time the storm hit. And then we've lost power minimally when other storms hit. Like there was a a Category 1 that hit right up north of Tampa when we were living here the first time, and we lost power for a couple hours. And let me tell you, it gets hot as hell without no AC when that humidity hits. So have yourself a little hand fan. Oh, have soap. Buy a hand soap.
Yep.
You would be surprised.
Wet wipes.
Yes.
In case you run out of water
or you just want to take a shower, want to feel better.
Take a horse bath.
Hey, whatever works for you, man. Take something. Although good news, if you're without water and power, so is everybody else.
Still though.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the smelly kid in class.
I was thankful working at Disney when they let us use the showers. That's all I can say on that one. But I mean, anything and everything. If you honestly, if you're gonna prep for a hurricane, think about what they did in the early 1900s, late 1800s. How'd they get by? Candles, water, all that.
Pork and beans.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with no beanie weenies. Tell you right now, beanie weenies and beef jerky. True hurricane prep meal. But also, guys, like I said, be kind to one another. You're all in the same boat. I think the coolest thing we saw was the one guy had the grill and everybody was out grilling on the street because he couldn't use the food. Why not share? And we got to meet our neighbors.
Yep.
So take the time to be nice to one another during all this. It's a really crappy situation for everybody. Yes, it's hot. Yes, you smell. Yes, you're tired. Yes, you're hungry. But
you're not alone, though.
You're not the only one. Yeah. So yeah, guys, hurricane season is coming. It is upon us. Sadly, it is here. So be prepared. And in all honesty, bottled water doesn't go bad. Toilet paper's not going to go bad.
Beat Sparta, though.
What?
Beat Sparta.
Yeah, true. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew, for that wonderful, yeah. So, if y'all got that reference, I'm impressed. But take the time to really, at least try a little bit. Don't get caught unprepared.
And don't let one hurricane sway you from staying here. It's not all bad.
It's not. And some years you may get 4, and some years you may get 1, and some years you just get them passed by outside and you get some really nice wind. It's a really nice, calm day. But do what you got to do. Be prepared. Be nice. And just watch the news. Get the NOAA app on your phone. Get the hurricane trackers, WeatherBug, all of them. Get your local. And just be, and remember, guys, since it is the summer and you do want to come here on vacation, pay attention. You never know what's going to happen. Florida man's not the only thing out there to get you. And I would do a Florida man story today, but honestly, our news has been kind of filled with too many of them. And it's kind of sad, so we're not going to give Florida man any credit today. We're not. He's not worth it today. Alright, guys, I am going to do a real hurricane episode, like on actual hurricanes, how they form, and some of the worst ones to hit Florida. I'm sure you're already all thinking of names in your head. That'll be in, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. Because guess what, guys? It has almost been 1 year of that Florida feeling. I cannot believe you guys have listened to me ramble on for a whole year. Thanks for sticking with me through those other ones because, I went back and listened to one of my early ones. I am surprised y'all still here. So thank you. Thank you for growing the Facebook page and the group. Thank you for Instagram. Thanks for everybody who I've gotten to know over the year. I really appreciate you guys. I'm figuring out what I'm going to do for my 1 year episode, but I think we're going to do something interesting. Who knows? One of my cats may join in. They try to every other episode. Alright, guys. I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day. Enjoy your long weekend if you get one. If you don't get one, well, the rest of us are with you. I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and for the rest of the week. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week to my 1 year episode. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And my cat just looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm used to this. Thank you, Matthew, for being on today. You added enough.
Nothing.
You added enough. Alright, guys. Stay hydrated. Stay cool. And as always, that's your daily dose of sunshine.